main conference hall, because most of the conference hall, the facility was 100, 200, 300 yards away from the road. But the one area where the conference room backed up on a side road, public sidewalk, you were like 35 yards away. And Richard N. Haas came out and was angry, the head of the CFR. I mean, the security was just breathing heavy. They had Secret Service just literally just going, ugh, looking at us with hatred, because they told them, don't arrest these people because it'll end up being, news coverage, because it was a total blackout in the U.S. Well, they've changed the rules 2009. Now, they did have me arrested when I went to Canada. They pulled me off and said, what do you come to do at the conference? Are you planning violence? And I said, no, I'm a nonviolent guy. Everybody knows that. I'm here to cover the world elite. And they said, oh, no, you're not. You're trying to bring porn into Canada. And I said, excuse me? They said, yep, we find one thing on your computer, a pinup girl. You're going to prison. And they would smile and laugh and strut around in black uniforms. They were like these black vest, armored vests over gray, and they would get off on it. I was like, you're actually getting off on this, aren't you? You're actually feeding right now. And they would get so mad. I would go, man, it must be a pathetic job to be you. I kind of enjoyed it for a while. And they were so angry. I mean, they were so angry because they told us no cell phone calls, and they took our cell phones and stuff. But Slick Eyes, and no, it was Aaron Dykes, had his little bitty cell phone. He little bitty gray cell phone. We actually lost it at Bilderberg 2008. I forgot about that. But that was a year later, or 2 years later. But he had that little bitty phone, and I dialed it, got Jim Tucker. I said, call the media. We've already been held for like 6-7 hours. And then the media shows up hours later, and the one little thug walks in, the commander, and he goes, come back here, please, starts yelling at me, going, and then it turns real nice. I have a family. I have a daughter. And he's got a French accent. He's like, I don't want to lose my job. We have a deal that you're going to be nice about this, aren't you? And I said, well, I'm going to talk about what happened, but, I just want to get out of here. And I said, and he goes, you promise not to talk to the press about this, which was immoral what he was doing, so I just lied. I mean, in an emergency situation, when I'm with feds in a foreign country telling me that I don't have a free speech and I'll promise to shut up, yes, I promise I'm not going to talk about this. As soon as I was out of Canada, I did, though. I mean, because this is warfare, folks. When you're behind bars and they're asking you to promise to waive your rights, but I knew he was going to release me anyways. I mean, I didn't want him to taser me to death or do the other stuff that Canadian Customs is well known for murdering people in full view of cameras. I'm not kidding. So I told him, oh, yes, I promise. One of the few times I lie. I'm pretty much trained to never lie. But I guess in the Bible, when they had the spies going into the city, was that with Gideon? What story was that? And they had the, ladies in the, it was actually the prostitutes, and they reported, that, they lied. I mean, I guess if I was in like a Nazi Germany and they came and they said, are you Jewish? And I was Jewish. Then I would say, no, I'm not Jewish. And I guess I'd go to hell for that. But whatever. Let's go back to Paul Dorneanu. Paul, you are on the air, sir. Anything else you want to add about how this went? So they're threatening you. They said, we're going to bring you before a judge. What happened after that? What about being followed, secret police? What did you witness on that front? What happened to the Irish guy that got arrested? Anything else you haven't covered?
Well, there are lots of things to be said still. Like, for example, there were other police officers higher in ranks who came to us and interrogated us, asking questions. One of them was asking me directly if I'm stupid and if he's stupid, if he looks like stupid. And kept asking me if it's legal in my country, to take pictures of cops, and I said yes, it's legal to take pictures of cops in my country, Romania, even with hidden cameras, because that's why they were so upset. So in the end, another security guy came again. He asked questions again.
Let me just add here and interrupt you, because this is important, and then continue with the more senior guys coming, Dorneanu, that they've got cameras surveilling us. They watch us. They listen to us without warrants illegally. And then they're out guarding criminals at the side of a beach resort, and you're not supposed to show them. And the cops do that here, too. They say, don't tape me. You're not God. You're not above the law. And don't you police understand it's the Bill of Rights and Constitution protecting your wealth, your name, your family's future. Don't you guys get off your little thumb-sucking, feeling sorry for yourself power trips. So now, more high-level guys come. What happens next?
Okay, so basically we were, after 4 hours, we were released by a guy dressed civilian. But I think it was security guy of, I don't know, just something like that, security staff or something like that. And when we left, we noticed that much of the police went away, so we realized the party was over. Most of the Bilderberg have left already. So they detained us not to be able to take pictures of the cars leaving.
And I think the most important thing you've talked about here is that your free speech was violated. European Union laws were violated, but we know they're written to do that. And they were doing this under orders of Bilderberg security, which you witnessed. And there was also Navy and Marines there, according to mainstream news. Navy and Marines and reportedly Army. So this is a big deal, and we appreciate your courage.
I managed to take a lot of pictures with, actually put them on a website where I gave you the link, with security on the sea, Navy ships, special forces, and others with the big guns on the sea. There's very good footage I took from the boat we went on Saturday.
Paul Dorneanu, anything else you'd like to add from Romania?
Well, I don't know. I'll try to gather my thoughts because I'm very tired. I only slept half an hour since yesterday morning, and I still have plans to do, like another TV talk show to attend to. And because the media here started covering this incident with me and the Bilderberg conference pretty heavy last few days.
Well, see, you're doing your job, and you got inspired by other info warriors years ago to go out and take action, and now that's waking more people up, and then people will become inspired by you and your nation to keep Romania free from tyranny, and certainly Romanians have seen tyranny. That's why you have a lot of liberties there now, because people fought for them, and all liberty is fought for, and you got to fight to keep it. And so you are just doing a better and better job and growing and growing, Paul Dorneanu. And we just really appreciate all the great work you do, and we appreciate our relationship with you. So God bless you, and we are very thankful for your courage.
Thank you too, Alex, and hope to hear you soon.
All right, sir, take care. What an amazing story. And we've got Paul Dorneanu created a YouTube channel, and he's got some of the photos that he took, looks like by the hundreds. He's created a slideshow that we're showing people right now on screen. Just a great guy. And yeah, it's now all over the Portuguese, Spanish, Romanian, Russian, Dutch news, Greek news, big papers in the UK. I've seen 4 big papers report on it. Nothing in the U.S. but the Wall Street Journal and the AP. And the Wall Street Journal makes a big joke. Oh, big deal. So-called secret meeting, not so secret. Some leaders are meeting, no big deal. Well, it's no big deal. Why did U.S. media say none of this existed for decades? Why did they say you were a crazy kook if you talked about it? Why are you arrested if you try to cover it? Why has Bilderberg Group's own minutes been released over the years where they are literally setting world policy with world leaders and telling them what to do? This is big news. This is important, and we are sick and tired of it. And we're tired of being harassed and death-threatened and everything else that we go through to bring people this information. So notice they act like it doesn't exist, and then when we do expose it, they go, oh, okay, big deal, don't look at that, nobody cares, let's just move along. Oh, big deal, you showed some. In fact, that's what he's on the Trilateral Commission, that CNN reporter, the head of CNN International, is running around. He got questioned by We Are Change about it. He said, oh, big deal, just some old men meeting, it's nothing, nobody cares. And the Trilateral Commission runs nothing either. Meanwhile, he's one of their board members. So they deny it exists, and then when you finally point it out, they go, oh, it's nothing. And you go, well, here's your own documents that you're engaged in crime. Huh? What? Police arrest him. Ah. You know, folks, these are the people that stole $14.8 trillion, more than $10 trillion from Europe and England. So total, that's 24+ trill in 7 months, and they're just getting started and announcing, and they're grabbing our car companies and handing them over to foreign interests and saying GM will now be foreign cars brought into the U.S., and Chrysler's just going to go completely away. And then tax money, the bailouts that were given to them, 50-something billion, that'll be used to relocate to Italy at Fiat and relocate GM to Brazil and China. Hey, cops serving all of this, what are you going to do when you lose your job? Well, you're not. You're going to live like third world cops and then be even more corrupt, taking kickbacks to live. We're going to be a third world cesspit. Good job, government. You sold out.